Are we live? I feel like I say that every morning. Every time we do this show, I'm like, are we live? Are we live? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. You're listening to a recording from Thursday at 7 p.m. If you want to get involved, there's a ridiculous amount of you who just don't get involved. It's all right. I don't mind. Sure, it's a good listen, but come get involved every Thursday on the Skinny Jean Gardener Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. We'd love to hear it. Please call in. It's lovely hearing from me in Beddoes. I know, right? Please. Probably hear from him tonight. I hope you're all doing well. Tonight's show, we're talking about driveways. Now, some of you OGs might remember, I feel like we've done this before, but a story came up and it got me thinking again about it. And obviously, I've moved a home, which has got me a new driveway, has got me thinking about that again. So we're going to talk about that tonight. All of the good stuff as well. Plus, hopefully, we'll get a few calls along the way. Big up to our sponsors, who we'll talk about later on, as you know, works-uk.com, bestdaysvintage.co.uk, and the School Gun Success Plan. We'll talk about them a lot later. But for now, you're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, all right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh, my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh, my God. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot-proof. Oh, my gosh, Danny. Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected. Let's rock this. Turn this up, baby. It's not a song I thought it was going to be. There it is. There's the drop. Right, let me know if you're about in the comments tonight. Start a little bit earlier, so I can leave a little bit earlier. So if I'm honest, go and see some friends. If you listen on the podcast, that means nothing to you because you'll just listen to whenever you want. But to everyone else, hello. 0742 357 4520 if you want to call in tonight. Inside. We're talking driveways. I know, right? Or anything else you want to talk about. Beddoes. I'm watching you tonight. Oh, I should also say g'day to all our, I haven't said it for a while, g'day to all our Australian listeners. Thanks very much for your kind messages, and g'day to you, and still waiting if anyone wants to fly me down under, then please do. I'll, at the drop of the hat, I'm out of here. What's everyone been up to this week? Jackson? The top three are in the comments already. Not as funky tonight. This is a bit like... This is like... I've been listening to Corrupt FM. If you don't know what Corrupt FM is, go check them out. Because they won't play any music like that. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope you are all Wow. My name's Lee Connolly, the Skinny Jean Gardener. If you're new, then you've got this far into the podcast, 5 minutes in, and you've just been waiting for something to happen. 0742 357 4520 tonight if you want to check. MC Grinder. MC Grinder. I didn't know you knew about that, Suggs. If not, I would have chatted all day. I'll be definitely referencing it next week at Glee. Hey, it's Glee next week. Glee. If you don't know what Glee is, we usually do like a big Glee review, and it's basically an industry show, right? That the brands show off their products and say, "Hey, we've got a new hose pipe." You know, wow, what does it do? It still pumps water, but it's basically the same, but it's got a slightly better nozzle. We'll be telling you all those stories next week with my special guest, Mr. Richard Suggett, on the podcast, everyone. All the top things coming out in 2022. We'll be telling you about Hello Cooler.
Good evening, Mr. Connolly. How are you?
Look at that. Absolutely buzzing, mate. You all right?
Yeah, it's looking good. The studio's looking good.
Hey, man, it's coming on all right, isn't it? It's I've been doing it today, and the fence ain't up still. I don't know if you've noticed that. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, just about. You know
Oh.
what? When you live out in the sticks, the signal goes a little bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I mean, I'm not even in the sticks, and the signal's rubbish here today.
I think I tried to zoom in, mate.
Oh, okay, mate. I'll speak today.
Speak to you in a minute.
Okay, bye-bye. I think that was Stuart Jackson, everyone. Just trying to call in from afar, everybody. Just kind of call in from afar. He might zoom in a minute. He's going to try and zoom in and say hello on the Zoom. And what was I talking about before he rudely interrupted me? Kindly interrupted me. MC Grinder. Honestly, I'm all over it. Amanda and I rewatched a TV series last week. Yes, so good, man. It's so good. We're not here to talk about that. But anyway, that's it. Glee. So next week, there'll be a special podcast with me and Mr. Suggett, talking all about the new stuff coming to 2022 and new hose nozzles, no doubt, and other stuff. Basically, I'm going to Birmingham. Hopefully, I see a lot of people. Be fun. If I don't see everyone, at least I see Mr. Suggett. Should be a lot of good times, everyone. Right. Anyway, tonight's show we're talking about driveways. But you can call in if you could. What was that? Oh, if you call in, you can go into the tin to win. At the moment, right, the only people in the tin to win who are in for a chance to win the school plan, a whole school plan, 500 quid's worth here, a book, 10's worth, seeds, an OG t-shirt, and this week I'm chucking in to the mixer, hand tools. That's right. That's what's going in to the tin to win tonight. Does Stuart count again? Does his name go into the hat again? For that, I mean, I think he's having massive connection problems to try and get in tonight. I can see him just trying to get in the studio. Don't think it's quite going to work tonight, Steve. Don't think it's quite going to work. Keep trying. Keep trying. He said, "Oh, how are you getting on?" I said, "I'm all right. Don't get me wrong." Before his cheerful voice come onto the phone a minute ago, how am I feeling? I don't know. I don't know. Is the answer how I'm feeling at the moment? Oh, I almost didn't want to do the show. I almost didn't want to do it this week. But I thought I'd come on anyway and talk. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. Just tonight, I'm feeling like March time. If you listen back in March, you'll know what I mean. Just tonight. I don't think Stu's going to manage to get in. He's trying to, but it's not quite working. Anyway, right. Today I've been doing the studio. I was just about to say this. I've been doing the studio today, so it's looking all right, isn't it? It's not looking too bad if you watch the show on a Thursday. It's not looking too bad at all. But the fence panel, it didn't quite, right? It didn't quite happen. You know, I talked about it all last week. If you've been watching my social media, I've been talking about it. It didn't quite happen. But I'll tell you why a little bit later on, just after this. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Hold up. I just want to see what happens here. What's going on there? Hang on, wait. Hello?
Hello, mate. Can you hear me this time?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I can see a pitch. I can hear you on the phone.
Yeah.
But for some reason, on our screen as well, is a picture of your living room.
Dining room, yeah.
Corner of your living room. So thanks for that.
Yeah. No, sorry about that. You can turn that off.
Okay.
kick me out.
You all right, dude?
It won't work up there. So I've had to come down the garden and stand by the greenhouse.
Oh, well, that's always the best place, mate.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I just thought I'd ring in and have a moan about.
Oh no, you cut out. Hello? Oh, he cut out just as he was about to have a moan. Jackson? Hello? Oh no, he's gone. We've lost him. This could be just the whole night, just like this, couldn't it? He might call back, everyone. We lost him. What happened to him? Zero signal out that way. Right. Like I said, let's have a bit of this. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. He does cheer me up, Mr. Jackson. Sorry, Mr. Jackson. Oh, your signal's not quite working. This week's Latin is a little bit of a difficult one. But let me know.
Shinara.
It doesn't have to be so aggressive. Shinara. What do you think it is? Let me know in the comments. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. I don't know what this show is tonight. Here we go. Now you're talking. Hello.
Hello, mate. It's me. I'm on the landline now.
Oh my gosh, mate! I never thought we'd get through to you.
Oh God! But my phone just literally turned itself off.
Oh, mate, someone doesn't want us talking.
No, that's what it is. There's a gossip. Yeah.
Right. What's what you here to moan about?
I mean, concrete drives.
Yeah.
What is wrong with a little bit of gravel so the water can go down?
Yeah, this is it, right? I feel like we talked about this before, but it become ever so more relevant recently because I've moved house. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a driveway, but it's only big enough for one car. Need it for two. I need to park a Lamborghini somewhere, so I need two spaces. And in my last place, I made a massive mistake, which I was angry at myself. I block paved the whole of the front.
Yeah.
And then everyone else down my road, or my old road, seems to have followed suit. And it makes me feel a bit guilty because maybe they copied me. I doubt they copied me. But anyway, I just think and now I keep seeing, like, literally, I walked over to school the other day. Someone block paving the whole of their front garden. I'm just like, where's this water going?
Exactly. And like people filling in their ditches at the bottom of their garden. The ditches are there for a reason.
If you've got a ditch, I don't know many people, but have you got a ditch at the end of your garden?
Well, we do live around here because right back onto fields, my house. So
pretty essential.
along our road, you've got a ditch all the way down the bottom of the garden.
Right.
So, but then mine's filled in, but I put a pipe. I put the pipe so the water can go somewhere. Next door's garden, hopefully. Yeah, it's my pet. It's like I'm turning into my dad. My dad used to say, if you build a house on a floodplain, it's going to flood. You know, it's like if you build too many houses in one area, where's the water going to go? The fields and things are there for, it's just crazy.
The more we build, mate, the more like concrete and tarmac there is around the place. you know.
Oh, it's crazy because where I work, Ashton, they built some nice new houses, well, £5 million houses, but they raised the ground by about 2 metres.
2?
So 2 metres. They've raised it, but the field opposite now floods.
Why'd they raise them up 2 meters? I don't get it.
Because what they built on was a farmyard and it used to flood. So if they raise it, it won't flood. Of course it won't flood because the water just pushes over the road.
Oh no! Oh, this doesn't make any sense. Someone's not thought about it. It feels a little bit like just being, as long as you're all right, that's all that matters, sort of situation.
Yeah, it's like we're all moaning that we're using too much fuel or whatever, but we don't do anything about it. We build a new house. Why don't we put on solar panels and drainage systems, to use your dirty water for your toilet and stuff?
Yeah.
Your rainwater and that, the technology is there. Let's use it.
Yeah, well, I think we've talked about like water saving before, but it's so true. Like, I don't understand why new houses are not built like this. But we've just got some new. This is well off tangent, Stu.
Yeah, I know.
We've just got some new petrol, haven't we? Like now we've got to be like
E10. Yeah,
E10. Yeah, I didn't know about this E10 until I filled my car, and then as I was filling it, it said, "Please check your car is okay to have it." My car's still running. But anyway, right? My point is, and there is a point somewhere. Don't worry. Is we're changing the fuel, in our car to make the world a bit more eco-friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're still building houses without anything on them, like to make them eco-friendly.
It's just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. You teach the kids about saving energy, saving the planet. Really, stop using this plastic and all this, and then we're building houses, creating far more CO2 than we need to. And doesn't, to me, it would make sense just to put a solar panel on the roof and make all the rainwater used for your toilets. That would make sense to me. But
yes.
But it's the same, like the E10. And do you want an electric car, Lee? Would you like an electric car?
I'd love an electric car.
Yeah. Where's the nearest electric point to you then? To plug it in?
Oh, I'd have to put it on an extension lead through the window, probably.
But there's not enough electric points. So if you bought an electric car, you say you drove to Chelsea for the week, you got to make sure you've got enough points to charge to get back there and back. Or if you go up country, you got to plan. You got to be a bit savvy planning your journey.
Yeah, I mean, it will come about though, won't it?
Well, it got to it. They're going to ban everything else. Not in my lifetime, but maybe in yours.
Oh, crikey! What am I going to do with the cost guy, mate?
Yeah, you just want. We'll all be back on push bikes in 20 years' time, mate. So.
Okay, I hope so, mate. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, this is my biggest pet hate. I'm glad it's your pet hate as well. It should be more people's pet hate, really, because I just feel like I don't know. Like, yeah, it's good. Like I think there is a bit of a link between talking about cars and driveways, obviously, because we're all getting we're all like 2-car households.
Well, there's 3 on my drive.
3?
I haven't got a big house. It's just got a big drive. I've got a teenage son that's got a car. Right, not a teenage son anymore. A young son he needs a car.
Yeah,
but the technology is there to put on your drive to then let the water sink through.
Well, that is one of the things, right? I'm looking at, So I'm looking at. Have you ever what's it called? It's like this grid stuff. I've talked about it before, but it's a grid stuff that you lay down over the grass, so the grass can still go through it.
Yeah.
And then you can park your car on it.
But it's plastic.
Well, I don't know if it's plastic. I think you can get metal stuff. I don't think
Oh, can you?
I don't know if it is plastic. Is there plastic? Yeah. There might be plastic version as well. But
I know what you mean. I think it's anything that will let the water through is got to be a good thing.
Yeah.
House next door to me is sort of 2 or 3 foot lower than my house. Yeah. So when the rain, it's their lovely drive.
Yeah.
Goes straight into their garage.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but they had a lovely gravel drive before. Didn't happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. They should have.
Because the rain would soak away. Now they've got a nice tarmac drive. The water just hits the tarmac straight under the garage, because your garage door's got to be a little bit off the bottom there, isn't it? Off the floor.
Yeah, good.
It goes straight in.
Good.
I'm not putting my drive down to concrete. It is gravel.
Yeah, gravel, mate. Keep it drained.
Yeah, I've got a big lawn at the back, so I'm soaking enough water up for everybody.
Yeah. Also, right, not just even on the water side of things. Yeah. Don't you think that? Like, I felt like this. When I moved to my old house, I had a front garden. It was a bit of a mess, yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got it block paved, it made me feel a bit sad.
Yeah, I think I'm quite lucky, because I've got quite. I suppose would it be 10 meters? No, 8 meters out from my front garden to the road, and there's a little bit of lawn, and then there's like a border at the front, so it looks pretty. Yeah. So it cheers you up when the flowers are out, you know.
Yeah, well, you got to have some planters, you know. My biggest mistake in my last place was that I block paved the whole front, so great, I can fit 2 cars. And then I started to put everything in the garden beforehand survived. It was beautiful. I had lavender, I had all sorts going, right? Then I block paved it. Then I started growing stuff in pots. And what I didn't realise is it got quite hot out the front. So anything in the pot just dried up and died.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Because you're not there normally you're not there during the main season, flowering season, and your wife's too busy and it doesn't get watered. So it is what, you know, it happens. And a lot of people think, I have pots because I can move them about, but they are hard work.
Yeah, they are, mate. They are.
Yeah, so it's like me at the moment. I've put a lot of my stuff away for the winter for the sales, but anything I can put into a bigger pot or into the ground, I put into the ground.
Yeah,
because it looks after itself.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing, mate.
The
soil holds the water, doesn't it? So I don't know, man. We're going to look into.
On a positive note, I built a new raised bed at school today. So
did you?
Yeah, only a little one for the herbs.
Oh, that was good. Then what did you make out of?
Yeah. Oh, well, this new path that we've had put in, there was some wood left over. That I sort of found. It was lying around. I thought, that's useful. I'll have that.
Herb bed done.
So I built a little 2-3 meter long raised bed by a meter wide, so the kids can then dig in it.
Oh, nice one, Stu.
Yeah, so that's been my week. I haven't filled it up properly yet, but it's getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, nice one, Stu. Good work, dude. Good work. I just remembered I didn't get back to a message to you. Saturday is the answer.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I knew exactly what you want to make. Anyway, now I've started the ball rolling. Somebody else can ring in.
Exactly, mate. Ball has rolled. Stu, thanks so much. I shall chat to you later, matey.
All right, thanks. Take care, mate.
Bye, dude. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me interrupt this amazing podcast by saying thank you to one of our sponsors. Works-UK.com have got you covered out in the garden. I don't know about you, but after a hard week at work, I want to get amongst the plants, get my hands in the soil and really get gardening over the weekend. And one of the things that, you know, can be a bit of a chore is cutting the grass. That's the first thing you're going to have to do on a Saturday. Well, not anymore with the help of Works-UK.com with their incredible Landroid. You know me, I talk about it all the time. I think robotics in the garden really going to help us get rid of those chores so we can do the fun stuff. And the Landroid from Works-UK.com is the perfect thing to do that. It's really simple to use. It's plug and play, which means you just press go and away it mows. It's Gardener's World Magazine Best Buy, and it's all controlled through the app. The robot will do all of the work by going out in the garden and cutting your lawn for you. And all those tiny little clippings, that's right, no more chucking the grass into the brown bin, wheeling it down into the driveway so they can go and pick it up. No, no, no. The robot literally cuts the grass throughout the week with the tiniest of clippings, which acts as a natural fertilizer. It doesn't get much better than that. They've also got a range of amazing garden tools to make your life easier and DIY tools too, all battery operated. So it's worth checking out works-uk.com right now for your next garden or DIY job. Welcome back. Yeah, do you know what? Right, let me just say about the work stuff. The works have been amazing. Right, a big up to them for supporting the podcast. I think till the end of October, which is cool, and hopefully we'll get them back for a little bit over Christmas. I'll get some prizes for us too. I asked them for some DIY tools. Obviously, I've moved to a new place. I'm doing a new garden. They sent me a load of gardening tools at the start of sponsoring the show. And I said, look, I can have some DIY tools, right? And they sent me some. That was back in August. And I said, I'm really looking forward to getting some of these tools. And they sent me a few others. And I was like, literally this week, I said, hey, the podcast going well, enjoying, say hello to everyone. Those tools you were going to send me, I've not received them yet. And I said, that's weird. They come out, literally, they should be sent out 3 days later. I was like, yeah, I thought they would be. That was a month ago. And so they got on. So they had a little look, sent me a photo, and the photo was in my outside toilet at my old place, which we still have, at my old place. And I went out to the outside toilet, and there they were. They've been sitting there for over a month. I felt a bit of an idiot. And I had to say, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I've had them, but I've just not used them yet. Anyway, I've been using them today for the studio bits, and just can't, it made things so much easier. I remember when I was at Sparky and using tools and that with a one of them, what are they called? Extension leads. Ugh. No more with battery power, mate. No more. What are we talking about tonight? Oh, that's it. Driveways. If you want to call in 0742 357 4520 tonight, or click the link in the comments. Let's see what some people are saying. Beddoes obviously coming in. We're saying, even though our front garden is being tarred tomorrow. Now, I don't know if that is true. That could be true from Beddoes. I don't know. What else he's saying? He spent the day laying all new artificial grass. Before you get mad, it's on the model train set. Oh, I love a model train set, Beddoes. I love them. That's not even me being funny. That is true story. I love a model train set. Yeah, thank you. Right. Why was I talking about this? That's it. So this story come into my vision this week. And obviously, my little thing where I'm just not happy about what I did to my old place. Block paved it. All block pavers will be running. However, I'm not happy. But this story came into my eye line. It's some mail on. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I'm sorry about that, guys. But death, this would be a good title for the podcast. Death of the front garden, ? Lack of parking sees almost 7 million homeowners convert their green spaces into driveways. 6.6 million people have turned some or all of their front gardens into parking. That's quite a bit, isn't it? It's quite a lot of us. Average cost of having a driveway installed is about $2,500. I don't know how they come up with that. Turning a front garden into parking space requires a dropped curb. I didn't get a dropped curb in my last place. No one did down our road. No one got dropped curbs. But that's against the thing, right? Millions of homeowners have converted their front gardens into driveways, and with a shortage of guaranteed parking spaces has been revealed. This is true. There's a lot more cars about, isn't there? New research claimed that 6.6 million people have turned either some or all of their green space in the front gardens at the front of their property into dedicated parking areas, suggesting that an extra 3.5 million people are currently planning to do the same, while 4.8 million are considering the move in the future. Oh, okay. So if you're one of the 4.8 million people listening to this podcast, don't do it. It based its research on explorating the results of a survey of 2,000 adults, I guess the population, carried out between May 28th and the beginning of June this year. I don't know how these are done. Someone ring up and number of gardens converted to driveways in the UK. I don't know. In Australia and America, you've got a bit more space in you. Scotland 6%. What is this number of gardens converted? Right, 6% of gardens have been converted. I don't really believe these. These are quite low numbers, it feels. London, 18%. East Anglia, hello, 10%. I'm one of the 10% in East Anglia. How's Suggs doing down that way? Down the southeast, 14%. A lot more of you down there, Suggs, doing your gardens. Unbelievable. 14%. Down that way, down the southeast. 5% in southwest. Where's the smallest area? The northeast. Big up the northeast, because none of you maybe don't have cars. I don't know. But 1% of you, maybe you're going on bikes. I'm not sure. 1% of you are converting your gardens. It comes amid an acute shortage of available parking in many towns and cities where even resident parking fails to solve the problem. It claimed it suggested that the average cost of having a driveway installed is $2,500. I don't know where they've got that from. I feel like it's more than that. That equates to 6.3 billion already spent by those who've made changes to their front garden. It means that homeowners have spent a total of 27 billion turning their front gardens into driveways. That's a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. There's a picture there of a classic one that almost looks like my front garden. Totally block paved. Totally block paved. It then goes into talking about, I don't really need to talk about the cost of it. The research found that the main reason people have or want to turn their garden into a driveway is to make parking easier at 38%. Makes sense, guys. It makes sense. Does it mention anything about the actual eco problems of this? It's a whole article. Hang on. It's a whole article. It's almost an advert for block paving. No, it doesn't mention anything. Unbelievable, right? Not really, but unbelievable. It's a Mail Online. It doesn't mention anything about the issue with block paving the front of your garden, wildlife, and, as Mr. Jackson talked about earlier, water. Water. There's a lot of water about, isn't there? Everyone talks about the river. It's like a river running down our road. Yeah. We've all block paved our drives. Of course it is. Where's it meant to go? Look at how your buckets are you? Beto says 3,000, what is that? £3,550 to get his done. Oh, he really has. I think Betos. Betos, are you being serious? Let me know in the comments. Are you really getting your time? If you are really getting your drive tarmac tomorrow, that is mental. Out of all the shows that you've watched, and then we talk about this, and the next day you're tarmacking it, that would be crazy. Sonic says, tell me about it. To be fair, down south, there's so many cars and lack of spaces is not surprising. Go up northeast, mate. Is it north or northwest? Where is it? Where did I say it was? Northeast. Must be loads of space to park up that way. Loads of space. He's going to send us a picture tomorrow. Beto says he's going to send us a picture. God. Oh, Betos. Tonight's show is flying through. If you want to call in about this, we're going to come up with a few different ways that we can help each other. Let's have a quick advert and then we're just going to have I think Mr. Richard Sugger's going to come on straight after this. Halfway through the show, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I'm looking good, sure, and feeling better, all because of bestdaysvintage.co.uk. They have the best vintage clothing to make you look amazing in the garden or even when you pop up town. That's right. If you sign up to their website right now on bestdaysvintage.co.uk, not only do you get 15% off. You also get a weekly well-being email, which will make you giggle, maybe a few little interviews amongst there too, and also make you think about your mental health. They've recently just launched a new counselling area at their flagship store and also offer free Thursday morning group sessions. So you can come along and just let it all out. Not all of it out, but have a little chat. It really does help. bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Look good, feel better. Head over there right now for that 15% off and that weekly email. Mr. Suggett, will you be heading to bestdaysvintage.co.uk?
I will try. I will certainly try.
I'll try.
I've got. You're very quiet tonight for some reason.
Oh, can you hear me? You told me I was too loud earlier.
No, I said turn your microphone up.
Oh, I thought I can't read that far. I didn't realise. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
That's better. That's better.
Crikey, unbelievable. No wonder no one could hear me, mate. I thought you said, can you turn it down?
Well, StreamYard has its own auto gain, so it adjusts the volume for you. But what I could keep hearing when Stuart was on the phone, you could hear him, and then it would go to you, and you were very quiet until it figured it out.
Oh, hang on, mate. Wait there. Admin. It's a little bit admin there, mate. Sorry. Anyway, Mr. Suggett, welcome to the show once again. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, dude. I'm all right. I'm okay today. Yeah.
Are you sure? You didn't sound confident.
I'm great. No, I'm not. I'm not great, but I don't know. I just feel a bit weird tonight. I'm not sure why.
Might be the weather, to be fair.
Might be. It could be, mate. It could be. How are you anyway? What's going on?
Well, I'm looking forward to the weekend. That's all I can say. It's a Thursday night, so one more day of work and it's a weekend.
So
what more can you ask for?
Good vibes. Not a lot, mate. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling great tonight. I've got to help my brother do some building work all weekend, so maybe that's why I'm feeling a bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Right, Suggs. What are you saying, my friend?
Well, the driveway thing is quite an interesting one because my wife wants to replace our driveway at some point. But I don't kind of want to, or if I do, it's going to be when we get an electric car and we're going to have a driveway where you park it and it charges a bit like charging your phone just as soon as you park. But I mean, you've been to my house many times. Out the front, I have the driveway that leads up to the garage. That was built in 1938 when the house was built.
Yeah.
To the side of that, on both sides, I've got lots of pebbles. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. And
from the beach, you nicked them from the beach.
Of course we did. It's slowly down the road, isn't it?
You don't have to do that, mate. It's illegal, apparently.
Yeah, well, that law was actually to come in because people originally were going down there with diggers to get a load of pebbles to go on their driveways.
Oh, is that true? Crikey.
Yeah. So, but we've got plants and trees planted out the front there, which I'm slowly removing and replacing for edible plants. But I like the pebbles for probably the wrong reason. For me, it's a security factor. Because I have my van parked on there with thousands of pounds worth of tools and equipment in the back, any criminal that would walk around it is going to make a noise and therefore less likely to break into my van.
That is actually a very good security idea. I hadn't thought of that before.
You don't get that with block paving.
You don't. So anyone with thousands of pounds worth of tools in their car who've got block paving, you're bang in trouble.
Well, not even just thousands of pounds worth of tools and stuff. It's just any vehicle is that if you've got block paving, the criminal is going to find the block paving or a car on the block paving more enticing than if you've got pebbles. I can't think of a correct word for it.
Like gravel.
Gravel, that's it.
Is that the word you were looking for? Gravel.
That's the word I was looking for.
Oh dear.
I mean, I would say ours are a bit bigger than gravel, but
you
know what I mean.
You've got plants growing for you as well, though, right?
Yeah, we've got a few trees. We've got a privet bush out the front, but we are replacing those and what have you over time, or when we redo our front garden, because it does need redoing. And I want to replace it all with edible plants such as black currants, red currants, gooseberry bushes, that sort of thing.
Oh, I like that
Something
idea,
a
mate.
bit more interesting and fun.
What? See, when in the morning you get kicked out of the house to go to work, you can pack your lunch outside the front garden.
Exactly. Or return home and there you go, wife. I've sorted out pudding.
It makes sense, mate. Lock yourself out of the house. Don't worry about it. I'll just eat dinner on the driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
What more can you ask for?
Have people down your road? I can't really remember your road. Have people down your road done much block paving?
Our neighbours did recently,
Yeah.
very recently, and it looks absolutely stunning. But before that, they had, I wouldn't call it a garden, because they had 3 cars and they parked them all on there. But it was soil, mud, and a lot of mare's tail in there, which has now crept into my garden.
Oh.
But when it rains, it didn't wash down or anything. It just went into the ground, which is what it should do.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing, and it's yeah, that's how it should be, shouldn't it?
Mm. I mean, I think at the front of theirs they actually do have a soakaway, so perhaps the rain still goes into the ground.
You've got to go somewhere though.
Yeah. Well, usually they just go down the driveway, cross the path, and down into the street, down the drains in the street.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like those drains have never changed since them houses have been built there.
No.
And obviously a lot more water's going down them now.
Possibly. Well, every house here had a driveway when it was built.
Okay.
But there was a driveway and then a patch of garden area to the side, whereas now mostly it is driveway all along front.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it, man? One of the things, right, that I was reading about. I'll bring it up on screen. Hang on, I'll show you, Suggs. Yeah.
Okay.
How do I do it? Wait there. Right, hang on, wait. Right, please hold. Right, here it comes. Right, hang on, wait there. Where is it? Hang on, is it this one? I hope it's the. Aha, there we go. Right, can you see that?
Yeah.
Can front gardens improve our mental health? A research project.
I think so.
Well, yeah, a research project in collaboration with the University of Sheffield has found that green front gardens reduce both psychological and physiological stress. I sort of touched on this earlier a little bit when I was talking to Mr. Jackson, and said that that I know that as soon as I got my old front garden block paved, it made me feel a bit sad.
Well, see, if we look at those pictures that we've got here, obviously people on the podcast can't see this, but on the left hand, you've got this beautiful grass area with beautiful plants around the outside. And then on the right hand photo, it's crazy paving.
Yeah, cool. Remember crazy paving days?
Yeah, tell me about it. There's a slight bit of photography trickery going on because the one on the left is a bit brighter and the one on the right is duller. But that doesn't take away from the point that it's making, is that front, the crazy paving just looks a bit bland, a bit boring.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
It does, but on the other hand, we don't know the circumstances of a person living in that house.
True. What do you mean? That they might have a lorry?
Well, they might have a wheelchair, for one example. Okay, 2, they might be like us. We've got the car and we've got the van, and we've only got enough space outside the front of our house on the road to park one car. So we have to have them on the driveway, or one on the driveway at least.
Yeah.
We don't know. I suspect that's the same in this household.
Yeah. I wonder, right? Instead of so this is the sort of situation I've got at the moment, is I've got just one parking spot in the front of my garden now, and I want to get 2. I wonder the biggest thing for me is like we're talking about drainage and water and stuff and that, but the biggest thing for me is about wildlife and still allowing wildlife to come into our gardens and especially the front garden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a way that I can do that.
Well, I don't think by paving over the driveway means that you can't have wildlife. If anything, you could probably make wildlife areas that give them a better area to run around. I don't know. In terms of hedgehogs, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Somewhere for them to hide.
Yeah. I know a garden in Brighton that they've got wildflower. They've got the two bits of concrete where the car wheels would go, and that centre bit is all wildflowers growing there.
What, in the centre bit?
In the centre bit.
I thought about that. The only thing is you keep driving over it, surely it will ruin them, won't it?
Well, that's what I thought, but it doesn't seem to do it on this one. I don't know if because it's constantly being driven over, it's a bit like when you see the hedges down roadsway, they seem to clip themselves.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
Or my other worry was that those plants will grow into the car and damage something in the car.
Well, it depends how long you leave your car there for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen how much weeds grow when you go on holiday.
That's true. I don't know, man. I just think like the numbers of like just from my old road that I used to live at, the number of people with block pavement is just a bit worrying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anyone's really thinking about that.
You're probably right. People aren't thinking about that. And I think people just find, I mean, do we really need so many cars? That's the next question.
I mean, yeah, like I'm talking about, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that is the problem.
Yeah. Do we need cars, or can we use other ways of, perhaps you hire a car when you need it using Car Club, and then that gives you better room for your front garden. Or my other gripe with this, and I'm guilty of this ourselves, garages. When people have garages on the house, who puts their car in the garage?
No one.
They're a glorified shed.
It actually is just a dumping ground for most people.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man. A lot of questions. They always come up with subjects that have lots of extra questions along the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I don't feel like block paving. Or in Mr. Beddoes' case, it seems like he's getting his driveway tarmac tomorrow. Don't know if that's the answer.
It's a difficult one. It is a very difficult one. But then I keep coming back. Like if you do have a paved over front garden, as long as there's good drainage in that soaks into the ground, you can always have plenty of plants in pots.
Yeah, I mean, I was unlucky with pots because of the intense sun that beat down the front garden all the time.
Yeah.
Which meant they dry every time. They just dried up and just turned to dust. Didn't matter how much.
I was going to say, was that because you didn't water them enough? Or
no, when I did water them, they still went to dust. Once, I brought some raised beds and I put them out the front of the window, and they used to be out back. They were great out back. I put them out front. I spent about 150 quid on plants to go in them, right? And about a month or two later, gone. And I was watering them a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, well, that's your problem, is you spend money on it. If you didn't spend money on it, they would last.
Yeah, you know how much I don't usually spend that much on plants, but I thought I'll go for it because it'd be great. Yeah. And that's what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there, but I know what you mean by your front garden. I mean, I remember it gets very hot, especially with all that paving around, because that acts as like a heat sink anyway and holds on to heat for longer.
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. isn't it? I didn't think about that. I don't know. Well, there we go, Mr. Suggs. Another problem we've not solved.
We'll never solve it. We'll never solve it. We've just got to recognise that people are going to use their front gardens for what we think is wrong, and we've got to try and encourage them other ways.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, the biggest take home from what I want is for people to just have a think about it before they go and do it, before they go and tarmac it, bellows, or block paper like I did, guilty. Maybe have a think about it before you do it. Yeah.
Think about it and put in drainage.
Yes, but especially there. Suggs, I'm going to see you next Tuesday, and you're going to be on the show next week for Glee.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Me too, pal. Me too. For now, mate, I shall chat to you soon.
Have a good one. Bye.
Wow, tonight's show is going really, really fast. Let's have our final advert, and we'll better round this up. Almost the end of the show, and what a show it's been. I want to say thank you to the School Garden Success Plan. That's right, the School Garden Success Plan, which is out right now. Last year in 2020, I went on tour around the country, and one of the biggest things that I found from School Garden that was missing was support for teachers. Yes, the kids love it. They love getting outside in the garden. It's great for their well-being. It's great for their education. But the biggest thing that was missing is that support for those teachers. So we brought together the School Garden Success Plan, which provides all of the equipment from the raised bed to the tools, to the seeds, the compost. Then we've got the lesson plans, the video lessons for the children so they can see what they're going to get up to during that lesson. But most importantly, 24/7 support. That's right, 24/7 support for those teachers to help their class get gardening. We've got 30,000 primary schools in the UK. By 2025, we want every single one of them primary schools to have at least one place to get gardening as a school. Like I say, we know the benefits of gardening with children. We know the benefits of getting it into schools. Now is the time to stop talking about it and make it happen. The School Garden Success Plan is available right now for $499 plus VAT, which after 10 years of being in this business, I've used pretty much every garden tool there is, and all of the equipment we put in to the School Garden Success Plan is quality, and I know it's going to last. And we are here not as a campaign, but for something over the next 10, 15 to 20 years to make sure that school gardening is successful right now in education. So if you want to find out more, it's skinnyjeangardener.co.uk/school success. That's skinnyjeangardener.co.uk/school success for your class to get gardening this year. There's so much to talk about on that School Garden Success Plan, but I don't think we have time tonight on tonight's show. It might go a little bit over an hour. If you're driving on the way to work, listen to this. You might just hang about outside while you listen to the end. You won't want to miss the end. Right. Let me just quickly, before we wrap up today's show, I wanted to show you this because one of the things that I was looking at, I did a little bit of research, and this is one of the things that sounds ridiculous, right? It's from the RHS. Yeah, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with them at the moment. All right. I loved them a little bit at the start of the year. Mainly to do with the School Garden Success Plan, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what they've gone right off the boil with it. I don't know. Do I want to get into this? I don't want to get into this. Negative. Where's the positive? Where's the positivity bell? It's right over it. It's right at the back of the studio. Hang on, it's not even dinging. There we go. Right at the back of the studio. I don't know what's happened to them. I sort of really started to come around to them. I've been doing shows with them, and they're great at doing the show stuff. I don't know, the school stuff. I really thought, I don't know with the school stuff. Maybe we'll talk about it another time, but I really thought it would help them. Anyway, ding ding. Indeed. But one of the things that sometimes happens is the RHS do amazing stuff. I can't say they don't, apart from that. One of the things that I never knew about was something called, let me get it up for you, greening Great Britain. You might have heard this before. They're encouraging everyone to grow even more plants in any setting across Great Britain. They're vital for the environment. One of the biggest things is the RHS are a powerful gardening army of 500,000 members are showing just what's possible when people join together. Now, one of the biggest things is from this, and I don't know if it says it in this bit of writing that I'm looking at, is greening Great Britain and doing your garden. Like getting out there and actually making a difference. Hang on. Imagine how much positive change we could create if even more of us decided to green Great Britain today. We've got these driveways that we talked about all night tonight that could be greened up. Why are they doing this? It's because they want to show the positives of creating green spaces that benefit well-being, wildlife, and communities. It's true that if you're out in your garden, I was doing my nan-in-law's garden the other day, and someone come past and started speaking to me, and I was like, "What? Who the?" I was like, "They must recognise me from the Gadget Show, the Gadget Show, perhaps." But no, they didn't recognise me. Annoyingly, they all they were saying was, "Oh, I love your garden." I was like, "It's not actually my garden," and we chatted a little bit, and I did offer her an autograph, but she didn't want it. Anyway, that interaction would have never happened had that front garden not been there. 22 million plants were added to gardens each year by the RHS and our members. This is the equivalent of 350 football pitches. Some 77% of their members chose plants to attract declining bees, again, the pollinators, obviously helping our wildlife, and 176,000 trees, 966,000 shrubs, and 10,000 bulbs are planted each year in community gardens by thousands of volunteers from Britain in Bloom and It's Your Neighbourhood groups. Now, I'm not telling you this to say, "Hey, go join the RHS," but I am saying, what's so big saying? Our members are active gardeners, but these figures exceed our expectations. It's all about numbers. The amount of plant diversity added each year is immensely positive for wildlife, the environment, cooling local areas in summer. We didn't even talk about that, did we? A little bit, actually. Suggs talked about it a little bit. Flood protection. We've covered that tonight. Air quality improvement. We didn't talk about that. Noise reduction and well-being. So look, if you want to find out more on this, just type in RHS, "Let's Get Green in Great Britain," or just Green in Great Britain, and you'll find out more. There's loads of different ideas of what you can do. None that we're going to actually have time to get through tonight because we've got no time. But just head to that website if you want to find out more. What was I going to press? Oh, yeah. Right. Let's find out about this, though. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Tonight's Latin word, not a single person bothered guessing it. It was a hard one.
Scinara.
Scinara. Hang on.
Scinara.
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 And that word is...
Artichoke.
Oh, you don't have to say it in an American accent.
Artichoke.
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 So if anyone says to you,
Scinara.
then you know it's...
Artichoke.
Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you very much. That's this week. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. We really could do a part 2 on driveways, eh? We really could. Don't upset the RHS. We all know they need people like you. Thanks to you're a star, mate. You're a star. Hopefully you go away from this podcast and think, have a little think, have a word with yourself, will ya? Have a little word with yourself. If you're like Beddoes, just turn that tarmac truck away, mate. Just turn it away. Thanks so much to everyone that's listened to the show tonight. If you've got anything you want to say in the week, let me know. maybe you're thinking about doing something different. If you've got any ideas about what I can do with my driveway, then I'd love to hear from you at Skinny Jean Gardener on anywhere really. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere. Just type Instagram. It's a good place to get me on. Get in contact and let me know what you've done or what you think I should do. If you're listening to the podcast, thanks very much to you guys. You are awesome. Subscribe, review, 5 stars only, please. I'd love to hear from you over there. And everyone that's got involved, Tin to Win. Suggs and Stu again. Don't let them keep coming in for the Tin to Win. Come on. Thursday, 7 p.m. I shall speak to you next week with my 2022. That's right. We're almost thinking about Christmas soon. Our 2022 Best Buys. See you later. You're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh my God. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot proof. Oh my gosh, Danny. Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected. No show would end quite right without finding out what happened with Lottie and Dottie Sows Carrots. We've dragged this out over about 20 shows. I think we're coming to an end. Last time on Lottie and Dottie Sow Carrots, they sowed the carrots. What now? Asked Dottie. We wait for them to grow. How long would it take? Asked Dottie. A little while, said Lottie. But you must check them every day. I wear my orange ribbon every day to help them grow. That won't help them grow. That's a fact. Do not just wear the same colour to make carrots grow. I don't think that's... Is that on the RHS website? I'll have a look later. So every morning, Dottie looked at them. A week went by. Nothing happened. They're not growing. Crikey, it sounds like my carrots. Then one morning, look, Dottie. Oh no, look, Lottie, Dottie said. She could see some tiny green shoots. Aren't they lovely? Said Lottie. She's pretty impressed by my carrots. When summer ended, sure. Lottie said, shall we see if the carrots are ready? It's a top tip here. Don't pull up carrots, right? Because you can't plant them back. They won't come back the same. Oh, yes, said Dottie. Hold the leaves, give them a wiggle, and pull. Dottie took a deep breath and wiggled the carrots. Out they come. Pop! Look at this one, yelled Dottie. I made a carrot. Grew a carrot, said Lottie. All right, punctuation. Checking on punctuation there. Let's pull some more. We can have one each now, and we'll have the rest for tea. Come on. Let's show Mr. Thompson. Remember Mr. Thompson, the weird Mr. Thompson, who they saw at the garden centre, who I looked a little bit shifty? He's back. He's just randomly turned up in their garden. Well done. Can't remember his accent. Well done, said Mr. Thompson. You're so clever. Thank you, said Dottie. Just before tea time, Lottie was looking for Dottie. Where are you, Dottie? She called. There was no reply. Lottie went into the garden. Here you are, she said. Rabbits like carrots too, said Dottie. Yes, they do. Come inside for tea. As they ate tea, Lottie and Dottie hardly said a word. They both agreed that carrots taste much better if you grow them themselves. I mean, they've also got sausages and potatoes on their plate, so that's the end. So I suppose we'll have to find another book for next week. See you later.